Hey guys, what are we talking about? I didn't read any of your messages, and not even the emergency one, so I don't have no idea what we're doing today.
What the hell, man?
What? Freaking. This is why we should coordinate.
Well, if you read the messages, it said emergency, shirt emergency on the top of it.
What are we wearing?
What?
This is like Halloween when we all got dressed up as the Pink Ranger. I'll get naked.
Well, I'm already incognito, so we're good.
Yeah, we have it.
That. Yeah,
we're finally good. Okay, now we're good.
That and people are like, why are they upset about this?
Yeah, this seems like a very casual thing. Why are they mad?
Yeah. So, you want to tell us about the shirts and the mug there? Thank you.
Thank you. She's so sweet. It's a Twitch. Oh no!
First of all, is this yet another?
Is this another troll because of our like?
All right,
I'm gonna check the screen.
All right. Okay, you're good. You're good.
We got production. We got freaking pranked.
You tried to heckin' bamboozle us there.
We've been bamboozled, and we might have even been, tricked even.
We've been Speckledorfed.
I don't even know where I agree with yet. Yeah.
Yeah, we've already been put through the...
Yeah, I could hear Matt, and he's the worst part, and I could hear him. So we should have trusted him from the get-go, and we fell right into his trap.
Because, like
he had Mirror Force face down, and we just went right at his life points with our blue eyes and got our entire field wiped.
Yeah, we were and then freaking 5 turns later, we finally played Trap Master and got out of that. But
yeah.
Anyway, nice try. We've already been heckin' bamboozled by somebody with the exact same thing. We're not gonna fall for it twice.
We did fall for it twice. Actually.
Well,
we stopped this whole thing.
True.
I left to go check.
But all right, yeah. Getting ready to fill that drywall behind you full of fist holes, right? All right.
I want to go to the skater park and show those 15-year-olds how good I am.
That's right. We are drinking big boy drinks.
Yes, actual alcohols. Yeah, like every night.
I'm sorry. This is I've been on a quest to find an actual good Christmas ale, and this is about as close as I've gotten so far.
Christmas ale just tastes like pine.
Yeah, it tastes like this is like nutmeg.
Yeah. Gingerbread.
Cinnamon, yeah.
Cinnamon.
Peppermint.
Anything sweet.
Okay, all right.
We're so off topic on your bullshit, sir. Yeah. Yeah, now we're sticking.
We're talking about...
Wow, yeah, it's a show about nothing today.
Oh, so weird. I can hear Matt on my desktop, but not on my phone. Lol, my bad. Okay, so he legitimately couldn't hear Matt, but he was having a technical issue.
Yeah. He was technically wrong and technically right at the same time. That was fun. Anyway,
we thought we thought you were trying to prank us hardcore, man. So sorry about that.
Yeah, this is not.
We've been burned before, so yeah, our guards are up. So we're talking about Star Wars. Why don't we start with the fact that, like I said, Disney decided to melt our faces off with the amount of content that they announced this week. Freaking,
Oh yeah.
freaking. Yeah. Okay, well, this is just off the top of my head. So far we've got confirmation on a Kenobi series with
Okay, so it's a series now. It was originally going to be a movie, and now it's going to be officially a series.
yes, it goes back and forth. The rumor mill freaking churns.
Yeah.
And but what's his I'm blanking on the name.
Ian McGregor.
Hayden Christensen. Yes, sorry Hayden. Much respect, much love.
Love
He
you.
is confirmed to come back as Darth Vader.
Okay.
Very,
Well,
very
I mean,
quick.
what do you think? This is a show about opinions.
Tick. You've already lost 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Because maybe it just feels more
Well,
authentic.
what about like when he like takes off his helmets and for, like,
Yeah.
when he's getting retarded? Yeah.
That's right. He's gonna be in like his chamber.
Stasis chambers. Yeah.
This is Kenobi in real time, therefore it's Vader in real time. I am on board for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Anyway, what are the other ones that are going to be there? Because
Okay.
There's one I'm really, really excited for.
All right, I'm gonna guess Cassian Andor.
Nope.
All right, because I know that Matt's excited for it because that's his favorite character from his favorite movie, Rogue One.
Rogue One. Awesome movie.
Then there's Droids, a droid series.
That one's going to be bad.
The Bad Batch.
The Bad Batch. That trailer.
The Bad Batch.
The trailer was one of the best trailers I've seen.
Yes.
Ever. It is so good.
Yes.
Yeah. It's practically the same kind of style. So they basically everything. Disney found out that David Filoni knows how to make a Star Wars series, and now he's just going to be. Yeah.
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 So some movies, some projects are either good movies or they're good Star Wars movies.
Well,
David Filoni is able to do both.
Well, the thing is, like, with the Star Wars, it is such a big, comprehensive universe with all these races and things going on. You kind of need a miniseries in order to like flesh it out enough and give enough screen time and enough like effort to scenery and what's going on. So movies, that's where you get into a little bit of you get a whole like prequel trilogy syndrome or sequel trilogy.
Yeah. So all right. So a couple other ones that I'm just remembering off the top of my head. A Lando series, Lando Calrissian. Yeah. I'm gonna say, I don't know if they're gonna bring back Donald Glover. I haven't heard anything about that yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I would watch a movie of Donald Glover being a smooth talking pirate, failing his way up to being like the Chancellor of Cloud City.
Oh yeah, like yeah.
Sir, I heard you were a droid fucker. Is that correct? Because some of our people are like half droid. Is that going to be okay with you? Is that? Well, yeah, his like right hand man is like half droid. I mean,
yeah. I mean, like I would argue, but they definitely purposely put that in there.
Yeah.
So, all right. Moving on.
Yep.
Before we get into the fanfics of that.
My fan fiction is lewd and it is wet. It is nice.
So. Let's see. What's another one? This is the one I'm most excited for. It's The Acolyte, which all I know about it is that it's a mystery thriller and it takes place at like the end of the High Republic era. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be like either from or about a Sith in the High Republic era, and like hopefully it's kind of noirish. Like where.
Yeah. So what I read about the High Republic era is the Jedi have become like fanatics. So like they would be the police force investigating a Sith, right?
Right.
But at the same time, they're like deeply fanatics and like even like bad people as well. So that would also lend to the noir-esque of it all.
I'm on board for it. You guys,
he's been burned up from the inside. It looks like this lightsaber is like gone. Yow! That was bad.
Have a droid that won't stop loading boxes. Yeah, that Mandalorian. Yeah, I saw. What happened to her?
Decapitated, he said. Nah, I don't got time for that. I'm just a box
Well,
droid.
last time I saw him, yeah, Spice Runner, yeah. Ahsoka, who she's one of the top tier characters in all of Star Wars, though.
So I have a couple questions about her, but that's for when we get into the Mando.
Okay, and all right, there's one more. I can't remember what it is, but I think that's it as far as I can remember. Yeah. All right, but so we don't really know a lot about any of these series, but we know that
they're confirmed to be in production and on their way.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. It really is. It's so I'm excited because I get to talk about this. So there's been a big issue with Disney Plus because they don't have new content.
Right.
It's just like they're classics.
And once you watch them, and once you watch the classics, and we're like, this did not age well, you're not going to go back and watch it again.
Exactly. So, Mandalorian is pretty much like one of their only new stuff in their shows that's like new, and then that's pulling the rest of it.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, we have all these other series and miniseries coming out. So, will like Disney's like main new product be Star Wars stuff? Like that's it. Like you go on to Disney Plus, you're going there for the Star Wars, and that's it.
Well, we're gonna focus on, to answer your question, no, because we're gonna focus on Star Wars right now. But little aside, first of all, like I said, they freaking opened the Ark of the Covenant and let loose all of the stuff that they're gonna be releasing, and that includes Pixar, Marvel, things like WandaVision, Disney animation, like documentaries. They've got tons of stuff that they're releasing. So no, that Star Wars is not gonna be their only product. B, there's a bit of a fight going on right now because of COVID. It's not good for people to be out in theaters, and a lot of these things are going straight to streaming, and that seems to be where at least immediately the business model is going. And there's a lot of friction between theaters and distributors and the studios and creators because Disney and HBO are going straight to streaming and the theaters are not having it. So yeah. No idea. I know you have to pay extra for the new releases of the movies. Yeah.
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 Yes.
So I was actually about to say, like, if Grogu
Hashtag spoilers.
Spoilers. If Grogu was in a movie, everybody in the world would hate him. But now that we've had time to like actually grow and like him more, that's where that love comes from, because he actually has some character development.
I loved him the millisecond I saw him, by the way.
When he and Lando like started pointing to each other.
Yeah.
That's it.
I was like, oh my god, it's a baby Yoda. It's adorable. Yeah. I have imprinted upon this puppet. I cannot live without him.
Yeah. He's not a Baby Yoda. He was either the child or the asset, and now Grogu.
Save it for the semantics dome.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves. This is the semantics dome.
All right. Sorry to keep interrupting you, Matt. Please continue.
The Purge. Mm. Yeah.
These freaking
Oh,
these bots.
We have two of them. Wait. You want to become famous?
Yeah.
Buy followers, it's the prime viewers on link.
Yeah, it's like they use like every hyphen and weird character, and so it's like you want to become famous. Anyway, Matt, you are one with the Force. The Force is with you. You are
No,
one with
that's the wrong movie. He hates that movie.
Hey,
Wait,
Matt.
wait, easy. Just picture Grogu in your mind.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got new sound effects now.
Yeah. Also, I love the new sound effects that Grogu has. It's honestly pretty cute.
So, okay. So what do we want to talk about in the Mandalorian? You want to just start like going through the episodes and kind of giving our 2 cents?
I think that'll be getting into a little bit too much spoilers. We don't have to go into like each episode, but we can just talk about the overview.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Jardin.
Din Djarin.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I would also like to say that my speculation came true that he was part of a zealous sect that keeps their helmets on. It's not like an actual Mandalorian thing. That's just yeah. It's just like their like cult is just like very like about it.
Yeah, that kind of changed the dynamic a little bit too, because like at first you're like, yeah, he's a Mandalorian. It's like not. He's a Mandalorian, but he is also kind of part of a weird culty Mandalorian.
Yeah, and I did like the part where he met like the other Mandalorians, and they were like, they're all gonna be buddy. He's like, oh my god, more Mandalorians, and they take off their helmets. This is like,
what?
What?
What? What?
Okay. Wait. You mean the actual actor? First of all, he is a dime piece, and yeah, he's yeah. Well, there's your problem. Okay, they wouldn't have chosen. He played Oberyn Martell. Oberyn Martell, the most fuckable man in Westeros. Okay, so you need to like
check that privilege.
Yeah,
yeah, we knew who the actor was this whole time. Why was she surprised? First of all,
yeah. Oh
yeah.
Honestly, and after the episode after Grogu meets Ahsoka Tano, we see the Mandalorian laugh for the first time.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's why that scene was so jarring. I had no idea why.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know what's wrong here, but like, yeah, he laughed.
He laughs for the first time, and I like Matt said, I like that character development that he's growing into a different person. So a couple people were having issues with that he was like, at the first season there wasn't a lot of talking in the first couple episodes. He was very silent, and then he starts talking more. But he has somebody to talk to. He's talking to at that time the asset, which is yeah, yeah, right. Mhm. Yeah, he doesn't have a job anymore. He has a mission.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Oh yeah,
Gina Carano's character,
yeah.
Marshall. She is a marshal.
She's now a marshal. Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. Yeah, the thing with the Star Wars is like a lot of the names are kind of like out there names. They're very hard to remember
they
sometimes.
don't stick.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, there's like Jar Din Jar and then Luke.
Yes.
There's Luke.
So so yes, your original question is what's the difference between the first and second seasons? I've just come up with an explanation if you guys like to hear it. So
Yeah.
so in the very first episode, the turning point of that character was when he reaches out and he sees the ball of the lever is gone, right? And that's when he decides to go save Grogu because he's like, I may be a bounty hunter, but I'm a Mandalorian first, and I don't I don't let this shit fly. So he's like, I'm gonna go save. And the entire rest of the season is him dealing with that and his consequence. The second season is his mission. He's searching the galaxy for a home for Grogu, and that's it. And the first season was sort of an like a single drawn out, okay, I gotta deal with this. This one is more like each time he's got to deal with a brand new set of consequences.
So I don't entirely agree with that. I think he went after and to save Grogu, not because he was a Mandalorian, because he was thinking outside of the Mandalorian code and the bounty hunter code for the first time. Because as we saw, when he went down to see the other Mandalorians, they still had a kind of a problem with that. He went against his word. He didn't do what the Mandalorians would have done. It's hold to his word. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You mean a basement? What's it called? It's underground. It's like on the base of a house. What is it? Yeah. The leg.
Yeah,
I guess.
I could see that. Yeah, parallel.
Yeah.
Sure. The bounty.
The bounty of the
Beskar.
Beskar metals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Well, I mean, that's what I figured. Like, that's what he must have figured out. Like, he doesn't want to. No matter where Grogu will go, that's where he's gonna go. Basically this is a story about a single parent going
Yeah.
around trying to find a good school.
On a fetch it quest, basically.
Yeah.
So
He's- That's what I thought.
Yeah. I got a question. Can we talk about Morgan Elsbeth and the actress who plays her? So
Yeah.
for those of you guys who don't know, Morgan Elsbeth is the magistrate. She's the bad guy in episode 4, I think it was.
Yeah, with the spear.
Yeah, with the spear. The Ahsoka episode. So she's played by Diana Lee Inosanto, and I am furious with myself that I didn't hear about her before this, because you guys know I'm a huge Kung Fu movie fan, right?
No.
Yeah, so
Never.
So Diana Lee Inosanto's godfather is Bruce Lee.
Okay. That's
that's
really cool.
Her dad is Dan Inosanto, who is one of his like closest training partners and friends, and he's a god in the martial arts community, basically.
Okay.
And I look, I looked up Diana Lee Inosanto, and she's got tons of credits to her name, actress, and mostly stunt woman. So like for the past like 30 years, we've been watching these movies, and like her work has been in it, and we didn't know about it till now because she wasn't in Mandalorian.
Well,
so
yeah,
to hell with us.
That shows how good she is. We didn't know.
That's what a good stunt woman's, these actors who support are like, they are vital to the production, but we're never gonna know about them because
like the stunt doubles for Harry and Marty in Home Alone. They did some work.
Yeah, God, they put the work in.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so props to her. I'm gonna analyze her fight scene real quick, because that's that episode.
So is this a quickie of Jimmy's Dojo?
Yeah. I got 2 fights, so this is a Jimmy's mini dojo. Wang. Okay. So first of all, you juxtapose like this episode did a great job combining like samurai movies with Western movies. I know. I'm not going to go into like all the ways that they did it, but basically on the outside was a Western town. On the inside with like the Zen garden, that was a samurai movie.
Yeah.
And so as this fight's going down, you got 2 things happening. You've got the magistrate and Ahsoka fighting, and they're squaring off and like doing samurai style exchanges, like ting 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 ting.
Samurai shit. We just call that hashtag samurai shit.
Hashtag samurai shit. On the outside, you've got her henchman and the Mando, and they're just straight up like Western draw.
I mean, that one guy even had a shotgun. Also, I'm just gonna cut you off. You had a really good speech, but I'm gonna cut you off.
Thanks, Kanye. Okay, all right.
It's actually kind of interesting, real quick, is that the main henchman for the magistrate had a laser shotgun, which was used by Mandalorians to specifically kill Jedi.
Yep.
So that is also an interesting parallel.
Okay, gonna file that one in for awesome parallels. But
yay!
So
yay!
All right, so the fight scenes itself, I thought it was awesome. They juxtaposed like the 2 female characters in the garden are having a much more intense, much more skillful and like violent clash with each other, versus the 2 guys who are like have like all the weapons out there are just like, talking it out basically before, it's just one shot to finish off the guy. The fight between the magistrate and
that's something to be looked into.
Yeah, the fight between magistrate and Ahsoka is very well done. Really showcases kind of a different style, the spear versus lightsaber. We're really used to seeing Ahsoka being very acrobatic because they were animating her for most of her, character's life, but still excellent quality. I'd give it 9 out of 10 Beskar spears.
Yes. So I have a question.
Yeah.
So obviously Ahsoka Tano is alive after the Battle of Yavin.
Yeah.
Why does she not go help Luke Skywalker?
Because for the same reason she doesn't want to train Grogu, because she thinks that training a Jedi, giving them that power, would only lead to a similar situation to Anakin.
That is right, but
and there's a chance that she just didn't know that Luke existed, like Obi-Wan and
he's like him and Leia and Han Solo are the poster children of the Rebel Alliance.
Right, but she might not have known that. Okay, I haven't gotten to that part in Rebels yet where she comes in and like her motivations, but it seems like she was kind of rocking her own thing at that time.
It also brings up a good, interesting question. If you have any kind of attachment, like you love your mom, you're pretty much gonna not be going into the Jedi Order. So it sounds like it's a pretty slippery ass slope. Mhm. 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 Yeah. Right. But well, but the thing is, like, some Jedi like Ahsoka Tano, even Mace Windu, look to the dark side of the Force and they embrace it. They don't just shut it out. And perhaps that's the point of like this whole monkhood thing. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So maybe yeah.
you guys wanna have your heartstrings tugged at? So there's a whole
Yes.
like mini fandom going on, fanfic thing going on where people are realizing, hey, Grogu is gonna outlive the Mando by a very large margin.
Yeah.
And so they're like doing like older Grogu fanfic where he's like remembering the Mando. And like so this one posted by a guy on Instagram called Boba the Hutt who just decided to wreck my day with these emotions for some reason.
Yeah.
Was like if you guys, I'll send it to you guys if you want to read all the way through it. But basically, it's like a speech from Master Grogu because he's an older guy. He's like, and the student is like, I thought that attachments lead to the dark side. He says, no, fear of attachment leads to the dark side. The things and people that we love make us stronger. And he touches like the pauldron of the Mando, which he now has.
Oh.
And it's like, yeah, I don't, yeah. Read. I'll send you the thing, but like that just wrecked my day.
But I have something that I want to see so badly, and I will actually genuinely cry if I see it. Okay,
Yeah.
flashback. Okay,
Okay.
to the Jedi Temple, Master Yoda teaching a little Grogu how to do the Force,
Like an even littler Grogu because he's like a
baby.
baby. Yeah.
And Master Yoda's being all kind and gentle and talking to him, and Grogu's just looking up at him and making the baby noises.
Yeah. Oh god.
That's some, and then you realize, and then it flashes, goes back to regular, and then you remember that Master Yoda's been dead for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah.
for sure.
Dive on in, and I'll agree with you. This is the first good series I've watched since like Game of Thrones. Honestly, yeah, yeah. Frog Lady.
The ice spiders. So
But
yeah.
it was still better than most good episodes of bad series.
So I got major deja vu watching that episode. So do you guys know of another like movie or show where the exact same thing happened? Because like the whole like space spiders in a cave thing and the eggs hatching, like
You remember that really bad movie of Lost in Space?
yeah,
And there were like spiders on that.
yeah, it was the exact same thing. Yeah, 1990s. You can skip that one, by the way. You can skip that
you
Lost
can
in
just-
Space.
What's his name? The guy from Friends. Joey from Friends is in that.
Yeah, he's the hot pilot in that one.
Yeah, he's the hot pilot. But yes, let's get into season 2. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. Let's just dive on
Let's sink
in.
our teeth into this juicy morsel here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
There's,
I
there's
was honestly worried about live action Ahsoka because translating from a character from cartoon to live action was going to be bad. But Rosario Dawson did a phenomenal job. She killed it. Like those innocent guards that were just sent out there, no questions asked, just decapitations left and right, like you do.
if there's one thing I've learned from Mandalorian, it's if you're wearing a helmet and you're not a main character, you're dead and we don't care about you.
Okay, first of all, they blew up not once but twice, and actually 3 times, millions of stormtroopers. Just like that. That's got to be a war crime in itself.
But yeah, that's what this most recent episode got into. But
Yeah,
David Filoni's episode, there was one other thing. So it's interesting he mentioned the translation because we can't talk about Star Wars without talking about the toxic fandom.
Oh my god.
So
honestly, yeah, if you're a fan of Star Wars, go fuck yourself. You did something wrong at one point because
who hurt you? I mean, at this point we can all agree it was freaking J.J. Abrams, but who hurt you?
Yeah.
So,
okay. Where did Star Wars touch you?
Okay.
Point on this nerd doll. Where did it touch you, please?
So, okay. To be fair, I don't know if this particular point was a toxic fandom point, but basically the thing was her like Ahsoka has these like horn protrusions that come down, and they're in the Rebels they were like down to her waist, and in this one they were up here, and people asked like what's the deal? People were getting stoked, people were getting jazzed up about it, and they're basically like, look, this required stunts and it didn't lay right. So that's what I thought was interesting. So you take a character who's animated or CG and you translate it to real life 3D. Things are going to lay different. They're going to look different. They're going to interact different. So, yeah.
It was so for when Ahsoka was younger, it was perfect. I do understand what they're talking about, but I was actually thinking about that. So like spoiler alert, so at the end of Rebels, the last time we see Ahsoka Tano, she's fighting Darth Vader. So, and we don't see her after that until now. So if they had them long, instead of like having them long, have them like cut off, like Darth Vader cut them off. People would still be. That would show that something happened, and that's why.
This happens before Rebels.
This happens before. No.
Yeah.
No. Why
does it?
Why would Rebels happen after the Death Star?
Okay.
I'm riled up. I'm riled up now.
Let's
why would there be Rebels in after the Empire?
Let's get a big old
timeline here. There's Rebels right there. There's Empire Strikes Back.
Got it. Okay. Jeez. Remember what we just said about the toxic fandom? You guys are.
So fuck yourself. You can't do this.
You guys, you get.
Yeah. Talent like record like rule. Can we put that on a t-shirt?
So
yeah.
So first of all, I don't think we should say fuck the fandom because A, that's us. B, that's our customers.
And B, that's B.
Okay, there you go. And
yes, but again, Rebels happens before the Return of the Jedi, which is the destruction of the Death Star and death of Darth Vader. So how could she have an interaction after Darth Vader dies?
Okay.
You're thinking of Resistance.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You're thinking of Resistance. That's what you're
thinking. All right. Can we if I say yes, can we move on?
Yeah. Now you were talking about some examples of toxic fandom. I'm just not seeing it.
Yes. Okay. You guys are getting.
Yeah.
Boba Fett. Okay. So Jarrett and I just saw a movie last night completely out of coincidence that had Tamara Morrison in it. And it not nice. It was one of
No.
those movies where like it was so bad you can't really look at that actor the same way again for a while.
It wasn't
So
even ironically bad. It was just like bad. It was called Fresh Meat.
it's a New Zealand B movie, and it was really bad. So you can skip that one. Maybe Wikipedia it, but don't watch it. So to be fair, Tamara Morrison was the best part because he like over the topped it. So
he's one of these actors who, if he's in a serious role, he'll knock it out of the park. And if he hams it up, he's the best at hamming it up. He's one of those actors who can ham up a role and you love it the entire time.
Exactly.
It's so yeah. Yeah.
It's just like he's back.
I honestly thought the interaction between him and the Mando could have been done a little bit better. They just kind of go from like him trying to kill him to best friends.
Yeah,
like,
I always thought that Boba Fett's character was going to be a little bit more. Okay, all love to Tamara and the people who wrote the episode. I'm sure they did the best they could. I always thought he would. So this bleeds into Dungeons and Dragons. I always thought he was going to be a little bit more cutthroat and a little bit more, play rogue more. But I was like, as a guy who plays Dungeons and Dragons, you can't be a jerk all the time and still have the story move forward.
Well, like he was cutthroat in a rogue his entire life, and then he got knocked into a Sarlacc pit, and then in canon almost got blown up again. So
yeah.
His dad. Well, he was a clone, so basically himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. We should see more Django, honestly. Yeah, but
A prequel.
Yeah, he's alive at a certain point.
What?
How did this poor kid hurt you so bad?
Let him live.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Would you guys like to hear my breakdown of the fight, of the Boba Fett fight?
Yes. Please.
Okay. Welcome to the legit episode of Jimmy's Dojo. So
Wong.
So to set this fight up, Mando and Boba Fett meet, and then a bunch of stormtroopers unload and they start attacking, right?
Right.
Just endless stormtroopers. So at first, Boba Fett's using a gaffy stick, which is the stick that we see all the Tusken Raiders use. And so it's got the club on one end and like the spear on the other end.
Also, I like to say that those sticks, they look like the flintlock muskets.
Yeah.
That I like the kind of look. It's a laser rifle, but it's like flintlock.
Yeah. So they so he's so this is kind of like where we see Boba Fett as he's been living. He's been like surviving in the desert, probably he had to learn, maybe he had to adjust his fighting style a bit, and this is what he's doing. He's sneaking up on the guys and just beating the shit out of them. So when I was watching this fight, I was like, I think this looks like, and I looked it up, and in an interview, Tamara Morrison confirmed it, that yes, he was using Maori fighting style when he was, choreographing and they were doing this scene. So Tamara Morrison is of Maori descent, the indigenous population of New Zealand, who are have indigenous martial arts, and many people may be familiar with the haka dance that they do, which is their tribal war dance.
If you don't know what that is, go watch New Zealand All Blacks.
Yeah.
The rugby team do their haka dance. It's epic.
Chills every time. So it's very, very intense. Very, some of the poses that he strikes, that's like their on guard stance, and like the way that he brings so much energy to it. There's a lot of emphasis on energy and intensity and like, you fucked around, now find out type attitude. So he brought all of that to like his use of his fight and the use of the gaffy stick. And then halfway through the fight, he goes in and gets his armor, and then boom, he's straight up he's the Boba Fett that we all know and love. And we see through that fight, like, he has not missed a beat. He remembers every little inch of the armor, every little like detail. Like, he punches the guy with a missile. He uses the guns on the kneecap, which we had no idea were there.
Yeah.
But he knew. So he basically it goes from like, you know, Boba Fett as he's been living to the Boba Fett we know and love, and he has not missed a beat, and he, you know, uses his gun fu and his armor and every single freaking app that he has to decimate these stormtroopers. And I would give this, let's see here. I love this fight. Yeah, I'm gonna give this 5 gaffy sticks and then 5 backpack missiles out of 10.
Yeah. So, shut up, Matt. Dumb whore. I love you. So this is actually kind of what I wanted to get into. That real quickly, that this is supposed to be the Imperial remnant. Like, they lost the war. They've been fighting basically this entire time. How do they keep their armor so clean? Well, I think the Imperial remnant should look like in a remnant empire. Like, their shit is dirty. They're worn down. Yeah, I think they should be veterans, so they're harder to kill. Their aim is better. But, you know, I feel like we've gotten so accustomed to, like, okay, well, here's the can of fodder, you know. But I feel like we as an audience, we've kind of grown past that.
Can I actually you?
No.
So, well, you remember the first season, right? Remember
Yes.
the client, your favorite character?
My favorite character, and they freaking killed him, man.
Played by the incomparable Werner Herzog.
Yes. Which piece everything you thought it would be.
Yeah. So, like, when you see his stormtroopers and the scout stormtroopers, that when they first like begin the siege on the town in that last episode, all those stormtroopers are dirty.
Can I say actually?
Yeah.
So actually, I don't have my glasses on today. So scout troopers are meant to be dirty because they're riding around on speed bikes all the time, and those stormtroopers that are under the employ of the client are actually confirmed to be mercenaries beforehand. So They weren't actually part of Moff Gideon's remnant. They were simply working as mercenaries until hired back by the client.
Exactly, and that's what the remnant should be. It's like they're low on personnel, so they're just bringing guys in. They're using the old leftover armor. So yeah, I see where you're coming from, but I like the contrast. Like, okay, the client's stormtroopers were dirty and dingy, and then I noticed very specifically when Moff Gideon's stormtroopers came out, they were shiny new, straight from the closet.
Right. So like maybe like when actually I do take it back then, because what I'm about to, after Matt goes, I'll go into what I was going to talk about, because those troopers did come directly from Gideon's ship. So I do rescind that. I rescind that, but I would like to see more personality in that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, we kind of see that in the latest episode, though, too, don't we? Kind of a little bit.
A scope.
Well, we've never seen until now Imperial soldiers salute ever.
Oh, that's true.
We have never seen that happen. And they weren't saluting officer. They weren't saluting the Emperor. They were saluting just tank troopers. Also, one of my favorite troopers, by the way. They're just saluting troopers for doing their job. They were showing that they like, hey, good job.
Yeah,
Yeah, they have to find a better way at some point.
There must be something better than trucks in this universe that has interplanetary flight.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and like side note, my other favorite, my top favorite trooper, the Shore Trooper, made its appearance again. Love it.
Originally from Scarif, if you recall.
My favorite battle. So if I'm gonna make a cosplay costume, it's gonna be a Shore Trooper.
All right.
definitely.
All right. Yeah.
But I actually have some notes because Moff Gideon's ship. Some people were thinking that's like a special ship, that it's like his personal ship. It's like a
you want my glasses so you can actually this?
yes.
All right, here we go. Try to trade these off.
It's okay. Actually, oh my God, you're blind as a bat.
It's not that bad.
So Moff Gideon's ship is not actually like a special ship or anything. It's just a very light cruiser. We're all accustomed to the standard Star Destroyer, which is the battleship. It hits hard. It's got all the firepower and everything. Whereas Gideon's ship is just a regular light cruiser. We see this in Star Wars Rebels. It's just like it's usually for scouting missions and recon. It's got very light on crew and everything. So it really shows that Moff Gideon doesn't have like a fleet or anything. He's kind of using what he has.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have an actually for that. I have an actually that for that. You made a statement. I have the facts, and now I.
No.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Is this our first injury on set?
We're not insured for this.
Yeah, I cut it. I cut all of our insurance. We don't have anything. I have dental still, but
You guys are getting paid?
Are you cut? Oh my God. How are you this sensitive? It's from all the amp. You don't drink water.
You're dried out from all the caffeine and sugar and anger that you drink from
But
those things.
Anyway, so you're the bot. So the remnant that we see does not become the First Order.
Mhm.
So at the everyone, you guys know what the Battle of Jakku is. It's the final battle of the Galactic Civil War. So that was the main thing to show to what do you call it? Oh, when you like
Demonstrate.
no, like bring attention to and.
Let's just say bring attention to
Yeah,
it.
bring attention. So basically, distracting. Sorry, distracting the New Republic into fighting on this planet, so what would become the First Order could escape to the unknown regions. At this point in time, the First Order is technically building up and everything, but it's still the unknown regions. It has no contact with the rest of the galaxy. This is just Imperial remnants.
Okay.
Completely different to the First Order.
Got it. So basically the First Order is incognito, off the grid,
Yeah.
building their shit.
When the First Order comes in, it is completely different to the Imperial Remnant. Imperial Remnants that saw the First Order, most of them did not want to become part of that because they were too fanatical.
Interesting. It's a shame that I really want to see where that First Order thing goes. Oh wait, it's going to come to a grinding halt in that last movie.
But the thing we did with the First Order, we're going to do it again in the last movie. What goes before the final order? Zero Order? No.
The negative order.
The negative order. The final order. Yeah. We're not going into that. We're staying on Mandalorian.
We're staying on the good stuff. Okay.
Maybe you should I don't know, eat healthy.
All right. I don't. Okay. Here's a question.
Okay.
So a couple of things. First, this is a yes/no question. When #spoiler alert, Ahsoka finally gets Morgan Elsbeth in a lock and has her lightsaber up, or she's like, "Where's Thrawn?" Do you think there's gonna be a mini series about Thrawn?
Thrawn is one of the most interesting characters. They have to do, but
he's one of the most interesting characters, but I feel like he's one of the most niche characters.
Yeah. What if it wasn't what if it was it went like a whole 180? Like it wasn't Thrawn, it's like Sentinels droids of Thrawn.
Pulling a Doctor Doom. He's gonna Doombot that shit.
Yeah, he's gonna Doombot that shit. But I don't know. I mean, the Mandalorian already has a ton of stuff going on. I mean, they don't really need a whole other
All right.
bad guy.
That might have just it might have just been to explain what Ahsoka's doing right now.
Yeah.
That's true.
Light cruiser. Yeah. That's fair. If he can actually land on planets and put boots on the ground, you'd think he would have something a little bit better than a light cruiser.
Yeah, so he's just a fan theory from what we were talking about. Turns out he's just a pawn in Grand Thrawn's grand scheme. And
And then he's gonna be gone.
He becomes the big bad for season 3 because you know that freaking the Mando's coming for him, and he knows it.
Right.
Like he saw that hologram, he's like, oh shit. And like Moff Gideon doesn't oh shit that easily.
Right. But then we get into the main issue is what do they want with Grogu? Cloning, obviously, but
they're trying to clone the Jedi abilities into Snoke. I wonder where that's gonna go. Nowhere. Turns out to be a red herring.
They're gonna just like put like vents of amp in like Monster Energy drink. Let's see what this does.
That's right.
Yeah,
like Palpatine's on freaking Exegol. He's like, I need to live forever. And Matt's like, let me try something. Gonna just pour this in there. He's like, that's it.
That's the stuff.
His fingers
it's like an
growing.
Infinity Gauntlet, but with all the colors of amp and Monster Energy drink on there.
His fingers grow back, and he grows like a freaking flat brim cap and a chin strap beard. I am Kyle Palpatine. So okay. So what's the next one? Okay, I hit everything.
Well, I mean, to be honest, like if they have Dark Troopers, why do they need anything else?
Because their contract with Tony Stark only called for what, 10 of them?
Yeah. Well, he had a bunch of them. So, I mean, we can also talk about Dark Troopers. So, what are they?
I like to point. So this is a first. This is the first time we've seen the Empire or any of the other Empire use droids in battle.
Yeah. Yep. And after the Clone Wars, everyone hated droids, as we see in the episode of New Hope. You know, they don't even serve droids, even though they don't drink. I mean, why would you even serve droids?
We don't serve droids. It's like, we don't serve droids in here. Like, do you have oil? No.
Yeah.
Well then, we don't want anything. Like, so pop off my back, bud.
So Dark Troopers were originally intended by the Empire to be droids, battle droids, but then they turned into battle armor, which actually were pretty effective in combat, and then back to droids, but they were just too expensive, as you guys said. You know, it's and it, as Matt said, the Remnants don't have a lot of money, and they don't have a lot of manufacturing capabilities either.
Yeah, and they get freaking blowed up for being stormtroopers.
Yeah. And in the last episode, we saw that refinery just get blown up. All those workers, all those troopers that like saluted them, they're just dead.
Yep.
They're creating jobs. Yeah. I will say that facility, you did see like those remnant troopers with like the scarred like battle armor and stuff, and like regular troopers and the shore troopers and everything. I would like to see more of like the interactions of like regular stormtroopers and then death troopers.
Yeah, that's what I thought that the dark troopers were. I thought they were cyborging up some dark troopers.
Technically, death troopers are already cyborg and genetically engineered. And I would like to see more of those flame troopers, the incinerator troopers. Yeah,
dude. Yeah, you mentioned doing a if you were going to do a cosplay, it'd be a shore trooper. Are we going to join the 501st? Is that going to happen at some point here? I've already got so many like fantasy hobbies slash cosplays in the works. I don't know if I can afford another one.
Yeah, it's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah. Uh, we'll talk about it later. Talk about it later. So
Footnote.
anyway, yeah. But when I first saw the freaking what are they, Dark Troopers flying down to meet Grogu, I was like, how'd they get freaking Iron Man drones in Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yes, they must have Infinity Gauntleted that one. Uh, oh,
Yeah.
yes.
A lot of people don't like Bill Burr, and for like personal reasons, and I do get that, but he is a good actor, and brings that right amount of charm and douchiness to be likable.
Yeah. And then in this one, you kind of see how, the interaction with that, jackass colonel or whatever it was, the current, so that episode I think was very much inspired by like, Vietnam movies, because it takes place in the jungle. There's a scene especially where you see Gina Carano's character backdropped against like the TIE fighters, and it looks like a napalm row basically. And it also gets in like the gray areas, like these stormtroopers are invaders versus the natives versus it's like, but you also start to feel a little bit for the stormtroopers. And then of course you've got the jackass colonel with the southern accent who doesn't mind killing his own people.
Well, that's all. Yeah, he also was like talking about Operation Cinder, which is actually kind of interesting as well. Which was yeah. Yeah.
Ah, the OG Battlefront or
so,
the real one, the newer
actual,
one?
Like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Inferno Squad.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the yeah, I like
and I will say one thing. They don't rely on old characters. They're not afraid to make new characters like that. The New Republic X-wing pilot that comes in and talks to Cara Dune and helps out the Mandalorian. He's a recurring character. He's a brand new character. He's a veteran of the Galactic Civil War, and he understands what it's like on the unknown regions. That's an interesting character.
Yeah. And then they help the Mando because they're like, look, we checked you out and we see what you're doing. He's like, are you gonna help me? They're like, nah.
Yeah, we helped you. We killed the bugs. Now fuck off.
Now you got yourself into this. Get yourself out.
Yeah.
So yeah. I also like to point out, like I was talking to Jared about this, for about the past 40 years, the only way that we could defend Boba Fett's character was like with legends and headcanon. We had nothing to go on that he was a cool character until this past episode where they totally blew it out of the park. Yeah.
Yeah. Except for that one dent. They kept that one dent, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's so who was the Cad Bane? And yeah. Yeah. Salami Boy 7 just got on. He said, "Hey, just got on. Have you guys mentioned Hayden coming back to play Darth?"
Yeah.
Yes,
and
we did.
We did. We speculated that maybe he's not going to be coming back as like flashbacks or like as the actual suit, but maybe as when he's in the cryogenic chamber getting his armor repaired or stuff. As we see in episode
2.
No, and not episode 2, episode 5.
Yes.
Empire Strikes Back. Yeah. Yeah.
In the back to tank, yeah.
Oh. I can't wait. What about what about this? Like, in the what do you call it? The Avengers where you see like inside of Tony Stark's helmet.
Yeah.
What if it is that?
I was wondering about that.
Like they
yeah.
like they but maybe like they don't show like all of his face, just like his eyes or something.
Yeah, exactly. Or like in Rebels where part of his helmet gets, cut and you can see just like his eye peering out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. You gotta stop watching that, man. It's bad for your health. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I think that also even before that, where the I forget his name, the main character of Rebels goes, "I'm not afraid of you," and then Darth Vader goes, "Then you'll die braver than most." That's gnarly.
Put that on my tombstone.
You'll,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, that's okay.
This is about rants. But also, as we were talking about the Boba Fett scene, we got the return of the seismic charge.
Oh, the seismic charge! That freaking like half second between the initial explosion and then the dubstep sound, just that brings me back.
Yes, please. We need that edit. The Skrillex
edit. Like that moment of silence is the kid going, "Oh my god!"
Somebody call the police.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Kakarot. But also I do like that almost all the TIE fighters are Outland TIE fighters. So you see them, their wings are folded and then they lift up. That's clean. Yes.
That's unusually satisfying on I don't know why, just on a personal level. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of that scene, there's a scene we haven't seen of Moff Gideon awkwardly getting down from that. Just like
he stands posing with a Darksaber. He's like, I've got to get down from here.
Oh, beans! How am I gonna do this? Yeah.
Or like he steps on his cape. Not the cape. Ah, God.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and, like they're just like sitting there. They tried shooting that. That is moments of comedy that I love right there.
Yeah. He's like, okay, holding. He's like, maybe we should just go talk to him anyway. It's like he's trying to send a message. I got the message. Did you get the message? It's like, fine, whatever. Yeah. So, we're kind of running short on time here. Do you guys want to say anything else specifically about the Mandalorian before we sign off?
I think we can just see. I would like to see more of different kinds of troopers. Like I get it, they're stormtroopers. Let's see some cool stuff. Let's see some like purge troopers. Like get one or two of them. Yeah, Mandalorian powering through hundreds of stormtroopers is fine, but seeing him getting his ass kicked by like one or two like actual troopers, like even like just a regular stormtrooper that can just actually fight,
like the TR-8R.
Yeah, or just like regular trooper, just like, all right, I'm just gonna kick the shit out of you. Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking at
I
them.
keep them just off camera to get me motivated.
They're off camera, guys. Trust me. I'm looking at them right now. I read them all. They're off camera. You can't see them.
Every time I need advice, I'm like, help me, Republic Commando. What would you do?
Republic Commando.
Go to my happy place. It's like people screaming and laser sounds.
What are we gonna do, Master Anakin? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 2.
Numero dos.
A pro DM, guys. The pro DM.
Check him out. You can hire him yourself. So contact him through toss a coin to your DM.
Yeah.
He'll answer any questions you have, and yeah, hire him. He's the best of the best. He'll help you no matter what level you are.
And if you have any questions on that, watch our episode. It's on YouTube. It's on our channel. We have the whole thing up, and we even talked to him even before that about Comic-Con as well. So if you have any questions about Drew, we pretty much answer it there.
You've got it.
Yeah.
It's like 8.
8:00. We might. What day is that? It's a Friday. All right, I'll be there. I have to be there. It's my job. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Yes. Free Grogu. He ain't do nothing.
He ain't do nothing. Also, one more thing I would like to see is stormtroopers with personalized armor, like they paint it.
Like clones?
Yeah. Well, like they just they're just not your standard stormtroopers. They've been on a planet for so long they get bored and their officers don't give a shit anymore. So they just yeah. Yeah, it's just like cool stuff like that. That's something that would be interesting. Like
Add a little texture to the world. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Or like something like really stupid, like Rebels 2, and and then Empire none, and like the trooper has to explain. Yeah, they blew up 2 of our damn moons, our moon-sized planets. I can't even get a paycheck on time.
God, yeah. This has been Jimmy.
This has been Jarrett.
All right, you're gonna delete all that, right?
We weren't recording, were we?
Oh, hey, look at this.
Twinsies, same page.
Triplets.
Look at